What up, y'all? This is a very impromptu video. I'm sitting in my unmade bed. I have a dentist appointment in 45 minutes, and I just wanted to come on to this Jaguars channel to talk to you guys because we haven't posted a video in a while, just to give my thoughts. I don't know. I can't really speak for Andy. I mean, I could, but I don't want to give my thoughts about what's going on with the team right now. So, the main thing that I want to say right now is that this fan base, not everybody, but a lot of people in this fan base have a hard time criticizing Trevor Lawrence. They want to make excuses about how, oh, it's Press Taylor calling plays, so we're not playing to our potential. Oh, it's the drop passes. Oh, it's the injuries. Who gives a fuck? This whole league is injured. You find a way to win. And we still have Trevor Lawrence playing. Maybe not versus Tampa. I don't know what the latest is with that. I'll be in Tampa Bay, but if CJ Beathard is lining up behind center, I'm not stepping into Raymond James to watch that shit. But I'll be in the city. But this is my point, man. This whole league is injured. The Bengals lost Joe Burrow. And what are they on, a 2-game win streak since that? They beat the Vikings in OT, and they beat us in Jacksonville. Like, they're winning games. Why can't we? They just lost Jamar Chase. Like, the whole league gets hurt every year. And we still have our leader, our guy that's supposed to win us games. Trevor Lawrence is not doing it. And yes, maybe in some of the games it's not completely his fault, but he still has to play better, man. This is ass. And if you've been watching our content for the whole season, even at 6-2, yes, we were happy at 6-2 at the bye week. Like, I made a video in front of the stadium saying that the AFC is going to run through Duval. We're ready for the 49ers. I said all of that during the bye week before the Niners game, not knowing that we were going to get broken by the 49ers, not knowing that they were the best team in the fucking league because they were just on a 3-game losing streak. And then they went on the bye, and then they just came out here and just said, hey, we're here and we're going to drop our nuts on you. But 6-2 was amazing. But that 6-2, though it was amazing, it was weird because the games that we won, people getting mad at me because I wasn't satisfied with the wins, which it just sucks to say out loud because as Jags fans, all we've watched is 2-win, 3-win, 4-win, 5-win seasons. But when you have expectations, which we've never had, never. So when we've had expectations, it's doing something to the Jags fan psyche that's absolutely ruining my NFL experience. I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but I went to like damn near every training camp. I'm watching this whole team. I'm naming players that I would have never been able to name watching the Jags in like 2014, 2015, 2016. I was so invested this offseason because the expectations were through the goddamn roof. We start 6-2, went to the Steelers game. I'm at the top of the world, and I was at the top of the world at the Steelers game. But let me go back for a little bit. After the Falcons game, after we won the Falcons game, I was like, wow, this isn't what I expected, like in a bad way. We scored 23 points, but it was like 3 field goals. We only scored 1 touchdown in that game. We almost gave the game away to the Bills. And we had lost to the Chiefs not scoring a touchdown, and we lost to the Texans horribly, 2 hot-ass games at home. So, in a way, 6-2 for me was like miraculous after what I had watched week 2 and 3. After week 3, I'm doom and gloom. And then I kind of come back versus Falcons, but I'm like, let's beat the Bills first. And then we beat the Bills, and I'm like all the way back. And now we get ran by the Niners. We lose to Jake Browning, who puts up like 350 pass yards on us. We lose to Joe Flacco. I was at that game too, so I was like super pissed after that. Just talked about it on our last podcast episode. Click our channel, our second channel on our profile to watch that. But we give up 300 to Joe Flacco. He throws 3 picks still, and we still lose the game. And then, like, going into the Ravens home game, there was no hope there. I had no hope there. Like, I understand we're 8-6. It's a winning season. We should keep that in the back of our head. But if we're not playing good in the most important part of the season, that 8-6 doesn't really mean anything to me, sadly. Given all the other things happening in the league right now, because of the expectations that I keep mentioning, we were supposed to blow this division out of the water. And it was headed that way. And now we're 8-6. We had 2 opportunities to potentially get the first seed. We had the first seed for like 4 hours this season. And that's better than we can say. That's the best thing we can say in the last 20 years, that we had the number 1 seed this season for 4 hours. And we just fucking pissed it away by losing to Jake Browning. Joe, like, what happened to this first half team that we saw Doug Peterson talking about in the Hunt video, where he said our best football is still ahead of us? Where the fuck is it? Because it hasn't been anywhere in these last 5 games. So relax on the Jags fans that are doom and gloom. The 8-6 is nerve-wracking. The Colts are 8-6. If we didn't sweep the Colts, we would not even be in the playoff picture probably, because the AFC is so tight. And we got lucky because the Texans are without CJ Stroud, injuries. And they are a team that, well, they won with Case Keenum last week. So I can't even say they're a team that can't win without their quarterback. They won with Case Keenum in 2023. All of these backup quarterbacks are winning games. Bro, Will Levis just came back on the Dolphins in an epic collapse. Drew Lock just went 92 yards in 2 minutes, passing to a rookie to win the game on the Eagles defense at home in primetime. What happened to us? What happened to the Jags team that was dominating everybody? No, not dominating, but they were finding a way to win games at the end of last season. This is like the complete opposite of last season, where we start hot and we just start losing every game. Luckily for us, we have favorable matchups. We play Baker Mayfield, which people are like, oh, he's Baker, he'll come back down to earth, but he's on a tear right now. So I'm a little nervous for Bucks. Bryce Young, I don't even need to say anything about Bryce Young. If you lose to Bryce Young at home on New Year's Eve, fuck you. And then we end the season with Will Levis and the Titans. We should limp into the playoffs with those 3 games. We should limp into the playoffs. If we don't, if we somehow lose 2, because there's no fucking way we lose all 3 of those games. I would be sick, and you should be too. You shouldn't defend anybody on a team if they lose out and miss the playoffs. I better not see one Jags fan defending this fucking team if they lose out to the Bucks, Panthers, and Titans to miss the playoffs. We should limp into the playoffs with that schedule. Considering the Colts and the Texans play each other at the end of the year, we should host a playoff game against probably an AFC North team. And I'm not going to have 1 ounce of confidence how we win that game. But there will be a whole group of Jags fans that are like, let's be happy we made playoffs. Which I hate myself for. I hate myself for not being as excited as I should be, because this is what we want. We want to be in the playoffs, and we're there. Like, we're in the hunt. We lead the division. We're 4th seed. We're in the hunt. We should be happier than we are right now. But because the play on the field is just so terrible, and we're losing with Trevor Lawrence, with ETN, we're not injured all to hell. Like, we have, our core team is still pretty much together. There's teams out there injured worse than us. And if you don't have your starting quarterback, I feel like that's the worst injury of them all. And we have ours. So it's just fucking frustrating. But if we do make the playoffs, I'm going to try to smile a little bit. I'll try to smile a little bit. A little optimism there. Because we did it. We made playoffs. But the next step after playoffs is to contend. And we are not contenders right now. But I apologize for... Well, I don't apologize. It's YouTube. We posted longer videos than this. But I just had to rant. I'm going to go get my teeth cleaned. If you're going to be in Tampa, I'll see you at the tailgate. I am going to tailgate. BCB Tampa is doing a tailgate. They've posted the information already, the address to the lot. But I'll try to smile if we make playoffs. But you won't catch me. If we lose to Baker Mayfield and the Colts beat the Falcons, then we don't control our destiny anymore. We've controlled our destiny this whole way through so far, and it's just slipping through our tiny little fingers. But life as a Jaguars fan, y'all. What are your thoughts? Are you content with 8-6, but you're reserving your emotions to see if we make playoffs? Are you doom and gloom right now? Because those are all valid. The only opinion about the Jags that I will not tolerate is someone calling Trevor Lawrence a bust. Like, he's progressing very slowly, I guess, because of the expectations he had coming out of college, now with Doug Peterson. But, like, if you're calling for Trevor Lawrence to, like, not be on our team anymore, just shut up. What, you want another quarterback? You want to do this again? You want to draft another? Come on, man. I can't do this anymore. We got Trevor Lawrence. Fucking fix it, Trevor. Read your Bible. Get some reps in. Fix it. And get Press Taylor off the team, too. I think every fan can agree with that. Doug Peterson needs to let go of his buddy. Because we need consistent W's. But I'm out. I'm ranting. See you in Tampa. Beat the fucking Bucks. Please. We're dying and desperate for a win.